Greetings everyone and welcome to Prog Monster. This is a site dedicated to progressive rock, hard rock, heavy metal, and other forms of rock music. And my name is Murph. I am the host of this show. So this is our Wednesday night favorites, which will be featuring Neil Young, our top 10 favorite Neil Young songs. Before we get going, I apologize for the lateness of this video. It's supposed to come out at 8, but I was busy and didn't get home until later, and this is a huge discography. Over I think it's like 41 albums, which features him and various other bands, mostly including Crazy Horse, which I think he did about 15 albums with them. They have some of their own as well. Anyways, I'm including them in this discography because my leg is bothering me a lot tonight. I apologize for that if I'm fidgeting a lot. So anyways, we're going to do this normal fashions. For those of you who are not aware of how I do this, I go from my least favorite to my most favorite, and then I'll give some honorable mentions at the end. And I also want to clarify that this is basically my favorites. This is not the definitive Neil Young's best of Neil Young. This is not that at all. This is just songs that, oh man, I just can't get comfortable with that leg. These are just my favorites, not the definitive Neil Young. Because everybody has different feelings about songs, and these are mine. So my Neil Young history started in about 84, 85 when I was moving out and got the Harvest album, and I was then getting into Neil Young quite a bit, and he's been off and on, but mostly on for me over the last, I guess 37 years now. I just think he's a fantastic musician. I love his music. I love his voice. I love to imitate his voice. I just love everything about the man. He's just great. I mean, I know he's a little bit off sometimes, but he's a rock star. How could he not be? Okay, so we'll start with my number 10, Hanging on a Limb, which comes from the Freedom album. I love the melodicy. I don't even know how you say the word. It's melodic. This song is very melodic. I like that part about it. That's the part that drew me to the song. I'll try and sit back a little bit because that'll make it easier. So, Hanging on the Limb, number 10. Number 9, Pocahontas. That comes from the Rust Never Sleeps. I like the lyrics in this. I guess in the day and age when we're trying reconciliation with our past, this song plays a big part in it, I think. So number 8, also from that same album, Rust Never Sleeps, we're going to go with The Thrasher. This is a great tune, and you'll have to excuse me for 1 second. Yeah, there you are. I apologize for that. I forgot to plug the computer in, and it was about to die on me. Can't have that while we're making a video. Okay, so where was I? The Thrasher. Yeah, Thrasher. Great song. I love his little narrative about himself in it. How what's it like being a young man, under pressure. Great song. So next up is number 7. Someday. That's also from the Freedom album. Those were probably my two biggest albums, Harvest and Freedom. I think I played them the most. Anyways, I like the line in it where it says, Rommel wore a ring around his finger. He only took it off when he flew his plane. Once he told me why. He said, we all have to fly someday. Yeah, love that song. It's one of those songs you'll hear me singing all the time. So next up is number 6, A Man Needs a Maid. I find myself singing this all the time, and my wife and then later other people what the hell is that song? Why do you like that? But I don't know, it's just something about it. It's just so down to earth, Okay, next up is from the same album, Harvest. They were both on Harvest. Old Man. many consider this to be his greatest song. I certainly think it's one of his greatest. It's my fifth favorite one here. Next up is number 4, which comes from his Harvest Moon album, and that is the title track, Harvest Moon. I think something about the video where he's dancing with he's on stage singing and then dancing with his girlfriend, and then on stage singing and dancing with his girlfriend. Something about that song kind of hits home with me. I like it anyways. Next up is from the Ragged Glory album. Sorry. This is an album that he does, of course, with Crazy Horse, and it's called Over and Over Again. Yeah, I think the thing I like most about this particular track is the heavy riffing. That's the thing about Neil Young. He's either very acoustic and folky, or he's heavy hard rock and riffing. And there's parts in between, but those are two big parts that I like both of them quite a bit. Number 2, probably his first big hit. Many people will know the song Cinnamon Girl. God, I love this song. It's so good, man. Well, it's my second favorite of all time. It comes from the Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere album, his second album, I believe that's what it was. Great tune, just fantastic. And then number 1, Back to Harvest. The Needle and the Damage Done. It was the first song I ever liked by Neil Young a lot. It's still my favorite. I still like it a lot. I don't listen to it as much as I used to. I probably burned it out quite a bit, but still just a heavy, loving song. I just love that line. How does it go? I know that some of you can't understand. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, I love the man. I sing this song because I love the man. I know some of you don't understand. Have blood to keep from running out. Yeah, just a great line. That whole song is fantastic. Still love it. Okay, so we're going to do them quickly from top to bottom, and then I'll give you some of the honorable mentions. This was a bit of a difficult top 10 to do because he has so many good songs, but you can only make 10, right? You can only put 10 in. So number 1, The Needle and the Damage Done from Harvest. Number 2, Cinnamon Girl from Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere. Number 3, Over and Over from Ragged Glory. Number 5, Old Man from Harvest. Number 6, A Man Needs a Maid from Harvest. You could have put half a dozen other Harvest on there. It wouldn't have been a problem. Number 7, Someday from Freedom. Number 8, The Thrasher Song from Rust Never Sleeps. Number 9, Pocahontas from Rust Never Sleeps. Number 10, Hanging on a Limb from Freedom. And so some of the honorable mentions, many of these could have easily made the list. It wouldn't have been, it's just you can only put 10 in, so some of them just missed out. Southern Man, yeah, that's a great tune. Ohio, another great tune. Four strong winds that grow lonely. Yeah, I like the original version. I like his version better though. Hey, hey, my, rock and roll will never die. Yeah, great tune. Keep on rocking in the free world. Yeah, I like both versions of that, by the way. The very heavy one that he opens with, or does he open with the acoustic one? I can't remember. There's an acoustic version and there's a heavy version, one at the beginning, one at the end of the album. He's done this a few times on some of his albums, but I like both versions quite a bit. The ever crazy song from Sleeps with Angels, which is piece of crap. I don't know, it's just something funny about the song that I like. So there you have it. Those are my top 10 favorite Neil Young songs, plus some, I think 5 or 6 honorable mentions. So, if you're watching the video and you're a big fan of Neil Young, which I am, please tell me what your favorite stuff are. I still have like a ton of albums that I gotta listen to that I own by him. I haven't only have time to listen to, but there's also a whack of ones I want to get as well. So, yeah, he's one of those artists, probably him and Jethro Tull, that you come back in 5 years, this whole list could be completely changed into something completely different, because they have so much stuff that I cannot get to it all so quickly. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this. It was fun to do. I enjoy doing this kind of stuff, and Neil Young is one of my favorites. So there you have it. I hope you like. If you did, please like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. Let me know what your favorites are, and we'll be back next Wednesday with another top 10 or maybe a 25 or something else, some favorite of mine of something or another. And we look forward to seeing you then. So have a good evening. Goodbye.